Gina, this next one's for you. Dr. Reed was alluding to like a spiritual kind of warfare going on involved in the political realm even. When we spoke for the podcast, you said something so interesting to me. I asked you about this debate about language, which is so at the heart of so many topics we discuss nowadays. And I mentioned this debate about terminology versus ballot collecting versus ballot harvesting, this little word change. And your response was, let them call it whatever they want, but that Christians can't allow them to frame our actions in their terminologies. Can you speak to that with regards not just to ballot collection, but generally, and maybe share with our audience about your views on that?
Well, I think that's a challenge we all face right now in this society, especially with all the media focusing on what we're trying to do as Christians to influence the culture, influence the election. And, being in the battle, if you want to call it that, for the future of our state and our nation, we're often labeled with derogatory terms. They love to use the whole thing about Christian nationalism, which I think you're going to talk about later. But there's many other terms that they want to label us with. And for instance, we are fighting to protect our children in the public school system because there's pornographic books in the public school libraries. It's all over the country. And it's, as far as we know, in every school district across the country. And so when we stand up at the school board meetings to talk about what's going on in a particular school district, we have opposition, and they want to get up and they want to label us. And they want to call us book burners, book banners. And that what we're trying to do is keep intelligent resources away from our children, and therefore they're not getting the proper education that they need. Well, we know that's far from the truth. What we're trying to do is protect their hearts and minds, and so we have to stand there and just feel the onslaught of their terminology and their words towards us, but it doesn't make any difference. We know that we are doing what we're called to do, first of all, but we're doing the right thing because our kids need us. And you need to find out what's going on in your own school districts, because I promise you, you will find your school libraries are filled with the most egregious pornographic materials that you can't even imagine. So they can call us whatever they want. It doesn't make any difference. We're doing the right thing.